Hi boys and girls, I have another reading lesson for you today, and before we even get started, I'm going to teach you a big word. Are you ready? Here's our word. Stamina. Can you say that word? Stamina. Stamina is how long you can focus or do one thing. So if I can just run for 5 seconds and then I go, oh, I'm too tired, I don't have very good running stamina. If I can run for 5-10 minutes and not get tired, I have very good running stamina. Okay, so stamina is how long you can last doing one activity. Now, we are going to talk about reading stamina. So when I say reading, that means reading a book. Stamina means how long I can do an activity. So when I am saying reading stamina, what I'm saying is how long I can sit and read a book, okay? Now, when we are first starting to read, a lot of the times we pick up our book and we kind of flip through and then we say, I'm done. And that, if that's you that does that, it just means that you don't have very high reading stamina. If you can sit and read a book for hours and hours and hours and not get bored or distracted, you have very good reading stamina. So here's how I want to talk about it with you today. It is okay to not have very high reading stamina right now. It is. We haven't been in school for a long time, and it's easy if we don't practice something to just not be very good at having stamina with that thing. So here's how I want you to think about this. This is my little graph right here. This is like a bar graph, and it's written really, really tiny, so I don't know if you can see it, but this bar says 1, this says 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 20, just like our number line. Here's how I want you to work on growing your reading stamina. I want you to just start reading and just focus on reading for 1 minute. Now, when I say focus on reading, here's what that looks like. It means I'm staying in one spot. My book is open. My eyes are looking at the book and I'm either reading the pictures or reading the words. My mouth is quiet unless I'm reading the words out loud. It means I'm not talking. It means I don't stop and go get a drink. It means that for that whole minute, I am sitting here reading my book and not getting distracted. So here's how I want you to think of it. Have mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever you live with, have them set a timer and see if you can read for 1 whole minute without getting distracted. And if you can, that's great. Either write it down or make a little chart like mine and fill in 1 minute. The next day, I want you to see if you can read for 2 minutes without getting distracted. So the next day, have your person set up a timer, and then I want you to see if you can read for 2 minutes. And if you do, awesome. You can fill it in up to 2. Now I have a question. If you can read 2 minutes in a row, does that mean the next day you should skip to 20 minutes in a row? No. That is too hard. Can you imagine if Mrs. Bowen, well, actually, you know what? Let's use this example. If you have learned to ride your bike, did you hop on a bike and just start pedaling? No, you use training wheels and you practice and practice and practice until you could ride your bike without the training wheels, if you can. If you haven't, then you will do that soon, okay? So after 2 minutes, the next day, try reading for 3 minutes. And then the next day, try reading for 4. And then the next day, try reading for 5. Now, if at any point here you start to get distracted, maybe you need to just stop at 5. Maybe you need to spend a couple days doing 5. And then as you get going, soon you're going to be able to work your way up. My goal for you first graders is that you would be able to work all your way up to 20 minutes of sitting there reading a book without getting distracted. So that is your goal. If we were here at school, we would do this in the classroom and Mrs. Bowen would time you. But because you're at home, you might need to ask an adult, or if you have a big brother or sister, you might need to ask them for help. So start today by just doing 1 minute and then see if you can add a minute each day and you can build up your reading stamina.